I want to talk about and explain the preview button. It's very important. Now, when you're changing parameters and you've got the machine on and you're trying to change several parameters, now what might happen, for example, you back out a little bit and you'll get a better view of this and you'll see what I'm talking about. Is right here we have banks. This is bank A, that's bank B, and there's bank C. Now remember, all these knobs, the faders, and the buttons can be used. So that means we've got 8, 8, and we got 8 buttons here, right? So that's 8, that's 24. And another 24 here with B. And another 24 when both are lit, which is C. So we've got a lot of parameters we can actually change. But sometimes we want to change more than one parameter. So I can hold the preview button down, let's say, and select my fader. Now here, the last known data for the fader is 90. And you can see it right here, it says 90. But my fader is at 77. I may want to move my fader up to 90 so that value was already set there. So if I want to go back and I'm playing a particular software, I want to make sure I'm at that exact point. So here it's at 91. So I'm going to press it again. I'm going to get exactly on 90. There we go, I'm on 90. So I know that that fader is going to be on 90. So I can go to bank B, and then I want to see a preview. See that preview? That's on 0. So bank B is on 0. So I have to move my fader back to 0 for that particular parameter. See that? So in case you're using different parameters for different control changes, you want to make sure you press the preset button, change it back, and then set your fader or your switch or your knob to the particular data that it should be set to that parameter. You got me? And this way, for example, if you got a fader set all the way down to 0 here, and let's go back to A, and it's supposed to be at 90, well, you move that fader, I have the preview button now, you move that fader, and you're still at 0, and you're going to just mess it up. That means, wow, you started from 0, not from 90. So I always press my preview, get to where it should be at, according to what the last set changes were set at, and then I work from there. I say, okay, I work from that point right there. It makes it easier for me, and easier for you. So preview is very important to use when you're changing the data on your knobs, your faders, or your switches, like S1 through S8. Now I'll press my preset button. Now, the preset button is used to select the preset, of course. If I get a preset, let's say, and I change it around, let's say I go to here, Cubase, I press enter. I'm in a preset, and I'm going to change my preset. I may go to a fader and change this, and I just want to edit that information, and I want to change it. So I want to change this control, change information, yep. And I go to here, and I press enter. And now I can change the information I want to change to a particular controller. So here I'm on this particular control right there. I can take my buttons here, move over to the next field or to the last field there. See that? Once I like, I can press enter. And I can press enter right there, and I like that. And that's good. That's the preset. So that preset I like. And so I can keep that. Once it's changed, I've got it right there. I can press enter to enter that. See that? That's K1. That's knob 1. I can make changes there. I can press the data wheel now. Turn the data wheel. I'm in aftertouch. I can press enter. And now I'm in aftertouch. See that? I can change the parameters here in aftertouch. Turn the data wheel. This little wheel here. Then press enter. And I've got aftertouch saved right there. Press enter. Press enter. I'm out of it. See that? And that's right there in that preset that I'm doing this. I can move the fader. That's F1 now for fader. See that? And I can turn the data wheel again. I can select what parameter I want to change in this fader. I can change the control change or the aftertouch. I can press enter to get to the aftertouch. Here in the aftertouch, I can change the parameters. So obviously, you can start from 0 to 120. I'll go from here to 0, move this button over here, press the button here, and now I'm right here in this field, and bam. Hold it in again. Change that. Yeah, like that. Press the enter. It's changed for that particular button. Now that preset has changed. It's kind of cool. and I'm good to go. I can go to banks. Now this button becomes 10. This knob, which is knob K1, now becomes K9. I'll press the bank button again, and now it becomes K17. So you can see how it works. Now fader becomes fader 17, fader 1. And once I'm in bank A, fader 1 is fader 1. Bank B, fader 1 now is fader 9. Bank C, fader 9, which is actually 1, is now 17. That means fader 1, which says on the keyboard what it is, but here, once I'm in bank C, it's fader 17. I can go back to here, and I'm out. Okay, we'll say I go into a preset. I got a preset, we'll say here. I'm going to make some changes. Let's say I want to change something. I'm going to turn a fader or something here. And I want to go to edit. And I'm in bank 1. Now it's bank A. I'm here on fader 1. And I'll press this button here. And now I can change the parameters of the aftertouch. I like it. I'll press enter. And then let's say I want to keep it. Well, I can press this button right here. I'm preset. I can press the button here. I can press save. I can save this setting I made in this preset and save this entire preset. Let's say I did a whole bunch of changes. I changed the faders, the knobs, the arpeggio, all kind of stuff I changed, and I want to keep this setting. Well, what I would do is I would press, of course, you're going to press your preset button, and then you're going to press this button right here. And now I can save that preset. I can say, sure, let me save that. And I'll press enter to save it. And now it's saved right there. If I want to check it, I can always go back there and say, well, let me turn this fader here. And, oh, it was right there. It was right where it was at. That's right. And I can preview it. And that's for 68. Yep. So, we want to make sure we're saving some data. And we want to make sure if we do load it and we can save it, we can do that. And we can pick, I can say, oh, look, I want to go back to preset. I don't want to save it. I want to save it someplace else. What we can do, we can select, I want to save it where? Well, let's see if we can save to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 30. So I can select where I want to save this preset at. I can copy it too. I go back to 3 here. I can save it to 3, because I'm already in 3. Or I can copy to 4. See that? That's how, or I can just cancel. And I cancel it out by pressing this button right here to cancel out that operation.